Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to talk about NAC. I have to use my little notes, but that's okay because I'm not a public speaker. And I want to first of all start off. Let's talk about the uses of NAC. That stands for N-acetylcysteine. You can get it at Rainbow Blossom or just about any health food store. Um, you can get them online. And to me, I don't notice a difference between cheap NAC and expensive NAC, and it's not a super expensive one normally. Um, it's good for helping people breathe. People with breathing problems, chronic problems even can make a big difference in their lives. So I made a note. It fights respiratory infections, cold and flus. So if you're starting to get a cold and flu, it can make those symptoms um, a lot less painful, a lot less bad, ameliorate those symptoms. It's good for bronchitis. It's good for COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So people with COPD, good for asthma. And this is one that's new to me, is that it's there's been some studies showing that it starves cancer cells. And they just had a small study of 12 people. They had breast cancer, and then MCT4 is a chemical that feeds the cancer cells, and it starves the MCT4 from the cells, and in this case, it was up to 80%. So somehow they measured that, and so I suspect it doesn't totally get rid of it, but it makes it a lot easier. So if say if someone was using chemo or something like that, it would seemingly work very well with that. Um, it's a detoxifier, so it can help prevent liver damage because of its antioxidant abilities. Um, so it's anti-aging, and that's because glutathione levels decrease with age, and NAC helps the liver to form cysteine, which is a precursor to glutathione. I think I've said that a different way here soon. Oh, here you go. It says the body uses it to make cysteine. So the body uses NAC to make cysteine. Then the body converts cysteine into glutathione. And glutathione is a detoxifier and a powerful antioxidant and anti-aging. So when we're young, we produce a lot of glutathione, and then as we age, we produce less glutathione. And this taking NAC helps the body build more glutathione so that you don't age nearly as quickly. I have taken NAC in the past. Um, it it helps a lot. If I'm sick, it's really great because it seems to really clear my lungs out. It does give me a stomach ache, especially when I take it with food. So I've been trying to take it away from food, and that seems to help. But to be honest, I don't take it preventively, and I probably should. But I've only taken it when I need it. But I do have it on hand, and I do like it when I have it. Um, all right, now I'm gonna stop and do my commercial break. If you're getting benefit from the information I put on here, you can support me in a number of ways. Please come use one of my services. Number two, buy a supplement from me. I have a variety of supplements online. You can go to my through my website, and I also am involved with a company called FullScript, and you can get just about any supplement known demand on there, and I can help you do that if you ever need to. Please tell others about me and invite them to the Zoom call. And you can support me by a love offering and buy me a cup of coffee at Venmo at Freedom Health. Yeah, that's it. And no matter what, I'm glad you showed up. All right. Now, um, NAC is used by the liver to detoxify other poisons such as alcohol, tobacco, and other pollution. So it's good for people who drink alcohol or smoke or just if you're in a inner city. It is currently used in emergency rooms, in toxic crises where there's been exposure to high levels of heavy metals, such as arsenic or lead. It gets those out very quickly. Warnings: people with diabetes um, affects it. People should not take this if they have diabetes because it affects insulin levels. My references are easyhealthoptions.com, prescription for nutritional healing, sciencedaily.com. And high levels of glutathione might help reduce toxicity of some prescription drugs, chemotherapy, and other health issues. So if a person's taking um, prescription medications that have like long-term side effects, taking NAC can help make that better. May not totally do away with it, but it can be a good thing to do. Um, Taking NAC preventively may be the best as it can allow glutathione levels to be maintained. Hey, look and see here. And so yeah, so and because of the fact that as we age, glutathione levels are no longer as high as they used to be, taking NAC will help boost that. And that's why, I've always used this example. I remember this was about 10 years ago. I hadn't seen this lady across the street in probably 10 years because she just kind of hangs out in her house all the time. And she came out and she's my age and she looked like she could be my mother. And I was like, wow. So it just amazes me. And that happened to me another time in Wendy's too. A little girl who's younger than me said, I know you. And I said, and I was thinking like it's somebody's mom. And no, this lady's like 3 years younger than me. So that was kind of a trip. Maybe I should keep taking. Maybe she probably wasn't taking NAC, I guess. So I'm gonna go over the uses one more time, and this is recorded for those people, and I can send a YouTuber file. I hope I'm trying to figure all that out, and then hopefully you can get onto my subscribe to my channel, and then that way you can just watch it if you miss them. But I'm gonna quickly run through this again. Here's the uses of NAC. It fights respiratory infections such as cold and flu. It's good for people with bronchitis. It's good for people with COPD. It's good for people with asthma. It starves cancer cells. There was 12 people in a study, and it slashed MCT4, which is a food source that this cancer cell uses. It slashed it by 80%, and it made their cancer way less bad, for lack of a better word. I know that's not uh, probably scientific, but it detoxifies, so it helps prevent liver damage. And it's very anti-aging because glutathione levels decrease with age, and the body uses NAC to make cysteine, and then it converts it to glutathione, which is a powerful antioxidant, which helps the body not age. There. So I'm going to go ahead now and stop the recording.